most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the
In
internet.
our opinion, of course, Bob. Why, Bob?
Today we're going to talk about how to stay fit with back pain. We're going to show you 9 exercises and 3 rules you should follow while you're doing it. We're going to try to do kind of a series of these, Brad, where we're helping people, like if you have knee pain, how to stay fit. Shoulder pain. If you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to our Facebook and our website, bobandbrad.com, because we're always giving something away. Go to the giveaway section. This week, we're giving away 2 TENS units.
There you go.
These will help you with your pain control. They're an electronic unit that can help you zap that pain away.
Right. Get rid of those opioids.
All right. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, a 60-second version of our program.
What did you do this weekend?
I know I'm off. All right. I've been off. I've been in isolation too much. Okay, so the 3 rules for back pain when you're working out. Number 1, you want to avoid going into what we call the C position. Yeah, you want your back in the S position. In other words, a slight curve in, a slight curve out, and a slight curve in. That position is locked in. It's the most safe position. It's where the muscles can work the best.
Right.
So avoid the C position. 2, you want to avoid, believe it or not, and this is by an expert in the field.
Right.
He wants you to avoid all the sitting exercise machines.
Sure.
This is why you're having back pain. So that means like all the Nautilus machines that you might have to find at a fitness club, you want to avoid those. When you sit, and especially when you're putting force on, you're increasing the force on your back. It's just really hard to keep good posture when you're sitting. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Right. I mean, there may be a few exceptions with stenosis or like knee spondylolisthesis, but in general, particularly sciatica people.
Yeah. Avoid, and 3, this makes sense, of course, avoid any exercises that causes pain during or really immediately after the exercise.
Listen to your body. It will tell you if it's going to accept it or it's going to get worse. If it hurts, it's no good.
Yeah. Number 1, walking. This is probably the best thing you can do for your back. It's going to help start lubricating the back. And for those of you who find walking painful, try walking at a higher pace, increased pace, higher speed.
Sure. One thing that's critical is when you go for a walk, if you got back pain, stay on a flat surface. If you're on a road, if it's got quite a tilt on it for the water to drain off, that's not a good road to walk on. And also uneven surfaces, anything like that.
Yeah, you don't want to be walking in the woods looking for deer sheds.
Yeah, you're not going to be hiking.
A lot of people don't know what that is, by the way.
I imagine they'll have to Google it.
Yeah. So the reason you want to walk at a increased pace is it actually takes some of the weight off your back, believe it or not. I've had patients that come in and they could barely walk, and I go, try walking at a high, increased speed. And they go, you can see the look on their face like, oh my gosh. It hurts less when I walk faster, and try to get the arms moving. And you might try a cane if you're stuck on that slower speed.
Right. And you might. That's one of those you can experiment with. But you're not going to walk 10 miles the first day.
No, keep yourself that you're at a distance that you can manage.
Right, and then build up as your back gets better.
Right. Elliptical tends to be fairly good for a lot of people.
Yep.
And swimming, Brad, you can attest to that, right?
Typically, yeah. If you know how to swim, if you're swimming and you're twisting and doing that to stay up, that may not be such a thing. But typically, swimming is no weight bearing. You're working the core muscles. Yep.
Typically, biking may not be too good because for a lot of people, you're going to be flexed like this.
Yep, you're reaching forward. Yep. It's hard to maintain good posture while you bike. You can, but you really have to think about it.
I have my bike set up so I'm, and I'm tall.
Yeah.
And so like the neighbors even laugh when they see me coming by because I'm like this huge man coming with the bike and I'm so tall.
You got butterfly handlebars?
No, I don't have butterfly handlebars.
Just kidding. Biking is probably not such a good idea in general.
No, I even feel on my back when I bike too much.
Oh, yeah.
Running, maybe. My back actually feels better when I run. So, my back isn't real bad. So I have
Right. That's
a
going to
decent
depend on
back.
the individual.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't run anyways, so that
Right.
if you're a runner, you kind of know what you're going to accept
Let's
and what
pull
you're
this
not.
bench
Oh,
out, Brad, and
yes,
let's grab a booyah stick, and I want to show bench press. So I actually think for a lot of people, if you want to grab me a booyah stick,
I do.
I think for a lot of people, they actually can do bench press because look at what you're doing. Your back is nice and supported.
Right.
You got the forces going right through your chest and arms, and you can keep it under control. Now, obviously, if it breaks rule number 3, that the pain increases while you're bench pressing or directly after, you're not going to do it. You're definitely not going to want to do this.
Yeah, all that
Yeah, you
gyrations.
want to keep the back nice and supported against the back bend.
So you may not be doing your maximum reps, your maximum weights. You're going to be
Exactly.
doing modest weights.
Exactly. Form is so important with all these that you'll actually probably get a better workout if you keep your, intense form
Right.
rather than trying to arch and push
Right.
up.
Yeah.
Do you want to show biceps against the wall or on the floor? I guess you do them too, right?
Right.
Brad?
This is a great way to work your biceps as opposed to dumbbells when you're sitting, which we don't want to do. And standing, you can have it's hard to maintain posture. You get yourself some bands, you hook them up to the wall anchor or another somewhere you can hook them up.
But
to
look
have a
again how
stable-
nice and supported he is, and he can work those biceps.
There's no stress on my back right now, and it's very comfortable. And this is the way I do mine all the time. 3 days a week, I'm laying on the floor doing biceps.
Now, you obviously could take some dumbbells and lean up against the wall. And again, I would probably go to lesser weights to the point where you're not really having to struggle too hard.
Yeah.
But you can go ahead. You can keep in pretty good form here too. It's going to keep you pretty honest the wall with using dumbbells. Brad's going to show triceps now.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to start. You can do some lats doing this way.
Sure.
And I
Yeah,
do,
excellent, Brad. I didn't have lats on there, but this is a great way to do lats.
all right, you can do them this way or you can do them out this way. And I go from this and then I stop here and I get 10 lats and then I do my triceps and do 10 of those. And I do 3 sets of 10 on those, but that's up to you.
Yeah, now you can do triceps on a bench too. There are these ways where you go this way and work
Sure.
like this. What do they call them? Skull crutches too.
When you got the bar.
Yeah, when you got the bar. But you could even support your arm like this and work one arm at a time with a decent sized dumbbell. So not as convenient to me to do them this way.
No.
I like those. You can really get some good resistance and not
Right.
not be afraid that you're going to drop one on your head. So, all right, number 5, posture squats. This is not something I'd really do with much weight, if any weight at all.
Right.
I would start off. I get a wide base, and I do these all the time. And you can even put your arms up to help work on your posture
Sure.
and some strengthening. And you're just going to do shallow squats. And this is what's nice about this. It's training your body to how you want it to move when you're doing everyday activities.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times, Brad, I bend to grab something on the floor and I go right into this posture.
Do you bring your arms up to
I
it?
don't bring my arms up. I think the biggest thing that helps me is working on wide squats.
Sure.
With my legs wide.
Wide base.
Because I normally was going down like this, and now I go down like this, and I can get lower,
Mhm.
and the support is in the legs and not in the back.
Right.
And what am I trying to do, Brad, when I'm keeping posture?
What are you trying to do?
I'm use the
Oh,
the bar.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
We're trying to
I'm
get
just
three,
kidding. I
3
gotta
points
give
of
him a-
contact here.
Yeah, go to the other side. There you go. So it's touching the butt, it's touching between the shoulders and the head. And then your spine is in absolutely perfect position to do this kind
If
of
you have a
thing.
booyah stick, you can go ahead and use the booyah stick,
Yep.
and it can even stretch your way up there,
There
and
you
keep
go.
you extended nice. If you don't, just picture that one is there.
I used the broomstick yesterday
Yeah?
at home. Yeah. I just wanted to see if it worked. It
Well,
works.
It works.
Not as good as this, but it works.
Yep, and it doesn't work as well for the shoulder. But
No, it doesn't.
okay, next one, side planks. So I can show that on here, Brad. There's a couple ways to do side. I just
Oh,
sat on
yeah.
a weight. Woo.
I know. I was kind of wondering about that. Thought maybe you're going to jump.
So you can actually start, if you're a beginner, you have your hips kind of flexed like this,
Yeah.
and you just extend your hips.
So it's got a
And,
gap here.
And I'm on my elbows here, And this is just a great way to work the obliques without putting stress on your back. You don't like these though.
I've got back issues when I do those. My back gets sore, so I follow the rule number
Three.
three,
Yeah.
and it doesn't hurt so much when I do it, but the next day it hurts, and so I just say it's not for me.
Which is a good point. You have to watch that too. If it's something that you know that caused pain the next day,
Right.
you shouldn't be doing it either. Sometimes if you arch your back a little more or arch your back a little less, sometimes that makes a
Right,
difference.
so he's doing a little pelvic positioning.
Now, if you're a little more advanced, you put one foot in front of the other, and you can then get the whole body like this. These are the ones I do, Brad.
So now the weight is going through this foot or both feet?
It's going through both feet
Both feet.
and
And
both
so-
legs.
Yeah, we don't have any. We got
Yeah.
space under there.
Yep, and I definitely feel that on the planks
A
here.
little more
So,
aggressive.
all right, next one, curl ups. It's not curl up. You're not curling up,
Yeah.
but that's what they call them. So,
yes.
so you're going to start on your back. Again, you're going to try these if they feel okay. We're trying to strengthen that core because that's good for your back. Try the abdominal muscles attach into the back through the fascia.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a great one to do. Put your hands underneath your back to give it support, and then lift the elbows so you're not pushing off the elbows. When you
Oh
lift
yeah,
up.
keeps you from cheating.
Yeah, it keeps you from cheating. The knees are bent, and I'm lifting it straight up like this, Brad.
So do you feel your back kind of squishing into your fingers,
Yep,
right?
they're squishing into my fingers, but you can see I'm not curling up like this.
Right. That's the big no-no.
Yeah, and it took a while actually, Brad, for my neck to get accommodated to this.
Yeah, because it's so common that you want to bring your chin to your chest and get that curl position.
Yeah, my neck actually got a little sore the first couple weeks I did
using
this.
some new muscles.
Yeah, and now it's fine. So I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I do 50 of these, but it took a while to work up to that.
Sure, yep.
So
About 5 years.
no, I was on the 2-year plan.
Okay.
I'll have you know. Okay, next, hip abduction. You can do this sideline, or you could also do it standing.
Sure.
So I'll show it sideline here first, Brad. I gotta
Yep.
get off my mic here. So just very simple. You're just gonna work on doing sideline like this, hip abduction. It's again, you could get some cuff weights and put around your weight to give a little more around your ankle to give a little
Right,
more
yeah.
resistance.
Sometimes I have people that are going to do them temporarily, and they don't want to buy cuff weights. Is it just put your winter boots on?
Oh, sure.
It works. And
Yeah,
then, if they're coming through a hip surgery and you only need it for a month or two, it's a temporary weight.
I'm always amazed that if it's not a muscle you don't use though, and you're a little bit on the older side, you might be surprised that just even that will work it and
Oh yeah.
make it a little
Especially
bit
laying
sore.
on your side like that.
Number 9,
Oh.
calf raises, Brad. Do you want to show that?
Yeah. So a lot of times we may need something to balance, a stick or chair, wall or something. And then, if that gets easy, if you can do 20 with both feet easy, it's time to go to 1 foot. And you're going to find that definitely gives you a little more challenge. And that should be,
I actually started doing these, Brad, believe it or not. And
I believe it, Bob.
I started doing doubles, and I went to the singles, and you get enough workout.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't need any additional weight.
I'm feeling it burn a little bit there doing the singles. But
Yeah, and I actually use the Booyah stick.
You do?
Yeah, because it works a little bit on my balance then too.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Mhm.
All right. Remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Except for
A broken heart.
There you go. But we are working on that,
Yeah.
and we'll definitely make a video when we come.
I wish you'd work a little harder on it. No offense.
I
but-
know, no offense is right, but I'm tired, Bob. I just can't do it every day.
All right. Thanks.